If the pain gets any worse or you experience any other symptoms, you should come see me. I'll let you get on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff Breaker, is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
Doc Nelson was the image of a small-town doctor. Sheriff Breaker had called him to the station to take a look at the cut in my head. I'm sorry you had to cut your morning fishing short for this, Doc.
Oh, she's a beauty, ain't she? Not the biggest I ever caught, if you can believe that coming from an old fisherman like me, but she's right up there. Now, she's a largemouth bass, which is what you're after if you prefer a lure. Now, if you want either trout or salmon on, then it's fly fishing for you. You a fishing man, Mr. Wake? Oh, doesn't really matter, I suppose. But it can be very relaxing out there. You can't get me off the water this time of year. Closest thing to heaven.
I'll take your word for it, Doc.
Night of Heroes is now live. Streaming Alan Wake Remastered. Alan Wake Remastered.
I'm hoping it's streaming properly. And my audio is actually coming through again.
I believe you'll find the sheriff in her office. Just go down the corridor.
I'm just looking around stuff. Come on. Hello? Test? Just looking around stuff. No. That's my neck. Richard Jacob Miller. Oh shit, that's her room.
Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
Mr. Wake, the sheriff is waiting for you in her office down the corridor.
Okay.
That was Cynthia Weaver. I guess you can call her the town eccentric. She used to be the editor of the local newspaper, but she's focused on other things these days.
Okay.
Alice looked through the viewfinder, lining up the shot. Cauldron Lake.
It's true what they say about the fall and the sudden stop at the end.
This is a different person.
Here in the snow, while the lurid chain of scenes that had led me here kept playing in my head. A rerun of my own private snuff movie. A memory of my corpse. Alone at my own wake. Thinking in metaphors again. The femme fatale was gone. Only a sour taste remained of the kiss that killed me.
Who's this?
This was a late goodbye. 13 years after I'd gotten my revenge, it had finally caught up with me. It had been a long time to bear the pain. My blood painted the snow red. A gruesome slushy dissolved all the scattered painkillers and leisurely dripped down to the sewer, mingling with the bile of the city, becoming one with it. I can see them now, my wife and my baby. Honey, I'm home.
Alice looked through the viewfinder, lining up the
Who
shot.
is this about? Holy.
Yeah, it's Mulligan here. I'm at Stucky's gas station with Thornton. There's no sign of him. Over.
Wait. Yeah, this is Thornton. Look, we've located the parade float. It's here. That's some good news, right? Stucky was supposed to be driving it at the rehearsal today. Over.
Oh, give me that. Mulligan here. Looks like someone really thrashed the garage. Over.
Okay, roger that, guys. Keep looking for Stucky. James out.
Stucky's missing.
The sheriff wants to see you in her office, Mr. Wake.
Oh, look. I was just checking around if there's any specialties.
Alice was missing. I needed help to find her. I wasn't ready to leave.
Well, I was.
Your phone, Mr. Wake?
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake? How did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd lock me up. Excuse me. I need to take this. Hello?
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife.
Who is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood
Mr.
National
Wake,
Park.
can I help you
There's a
with
spot called
anything?
Lover's Peak. Midnight. Don't do nothing stupid, pal. We're watching you.
So they kidnapped my wife. My wife is kidnapped.
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back. I couldn't go anywhere yet. I had to play along with the caller. Alice's life was at stake.
Hey, mister! Hey, can you turn the light? Thank you, man, thank you. Hey, you're alright. You're a good guy. Don't let anybody tell you different. You know, I shouldn't even be in here. The cops, they got it all wrong, see? Sure, I beat him up, but I wasn't drunk. I mean, I wasn't drunk at the time. I only got drunk afterward. Okay, listen, you gotta listen carefully now. Here's the kicker. That wasn't Danny. No, sir. It only looked like him. You wanna know who it really was?
At least we got bandages on our head.
It was a goddamn space alien! I know it sounds like something a drunk would say, but believe me, I wasn't drunk then.
In spite of its human mask, to describe the dark presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman. Nonetheless, it found the one spot in the diner that was dark enough. Some light spilled into the corridor, ravaging it. But it took the pain. Horrible as it was, the writer would soon fix that. He would be coming to the one place where it still had power.
Thank you for calling me out.
The early morning light hurt my eyes and made my head ache. The man on the phone had said, "Go through the fence on the left."
I know it wants me to go over there, but I'm checking everywhere. Oh, radio.
The caller had told me to find a hole in the fence behind the police station. There was something for me in an abandoned car.
Just one more item before I go. It's been a busy night for the sheriff's department. We've had a few broken windows, even a report of shots fired on Main Street. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton had to deal with two intoxicated young men who were celebrating the completion of their Deer Fest float. Now, folks, we get this every year. I know it's exciting, the big day's almost here, but let's save it for the party and leave the gunplay for the shooting competition, huh? There's no point in getting all worked up yet.
Okay. Whoop. That thing was so flimsy. Let's see.
The kidnapper fired his gun one last time, and the shadow vanished into the darkness it had come from. See? Nothing to it, Wake. The thought of Alice in his hands was revolting. We stood on the wooden platform of Lover's Peak, the waterfall on the mountain behind us, the lights of the radio mast blinking red in the heights above. I fought with the urge to take a swing, force myself to speak. Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife? Alice looked through the viewfinder. Alice's driver's license had been placed on the front seat. The caller meant business.
Barry? Ow! Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week, you and Alice. Oh, I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Ow! What the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers.
Oof. Is he okay?
A writer is a light that reveals the world of his story from darkness, shapes it from nothingness. The way a sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies. Darkness will reclaim it. It's a long, hard journey into the dark. Alice's life is at stake, but I can't think about that, or I'll lose it. The dread lingers at the edge of perception. I'll push on. Anything is possible here. I'll write the story. I'll save her.
Marvelous, Sarah. I just wanted to settle all the damage the Anderson brothers might have inadvertently caused on their recent and regrettable little outing. They are not accountable for their actions, of course. I can assure you that my staff has been...
Uh-oh.
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Oh.
Take it easy.
Hey, nobody move. Get your hands off of my client.
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler.
Hey,
his
Barry.
agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
What the hell was that about, Al? We don't need a replay of that thing with the paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.
No, not yet. I do deserve to be locked up.
Talk to someone. I told Barry everything. He thought I was certifiable, but when he heard about the manuscript, I had him. The fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money. And he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake! Barry, you found him!
Hi, Rose.
Oh, wow. I was just thinking about you, too.
Great.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing. I really need to go. Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later!
Who's Max?
I don't know.
What an airhead.
Jeez, Mr. Takes a swing.
I'd come here to rent a cabin, where I could wait till midnight.
She's a very nice girl, and, more importantly, a fan.
What? You only care. Skeleton of a Colombian mammoth, the specimen, the National Park, became Washington State fossil.
Seriously, Al, what you were saying in the car? Just listen to yourself. What, you shot a guy, and his body just disappeared? When was the last time you slept? Are you high? Have you been drinking?
No! Look, Barry, I'm missing a week, and someone's got Alice.
Do you
and everything's
understand
just...
what it sounds
Oh.
like when you say stuff like that? Don't get me wrong, it's a good story, could be a bestseller. But when you start confusing fiction with reality, you're buying yourself a ticket to the funny farm.
Wait here.
Last reality. Man,
Easy there, boy. I'm almost done.
hey Max.
Rusty, right? You rent cabins.
Oh, Mr. Wake. I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here. Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
Sure.
Seriously, Al, you can't just go and meet a kidnapper. Those situations always end up in disaster. You gotta talk to the cops.
She's my wife, and it's my call. Can we talk about this later?
No, this whole thing, listen, you hit your head. I mean, geez, Al, come on. You gotta understand how crazy all this sounds. If you're trying to pull a joke on me, freak me out, it's working. Ha ha, let's have a laugh on Barry. Well, you had me going there real funny, Al. You can quit it now.
See you, Barry.
I think this is the form you wanted.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot, too.
Al, you're asking me to believe that you shot a dude who went poof into thin air, a guy who was bulletproof until you pointed a flashlight at him. You hear that from people who end up spending time in padded rooms, strapped to their beds, wearing white shirts with too long tangled up sleeves,
Yeah.
and eating a healthy diet of pills. Al, you make cruel jokes about people who believe that kind of stuff. You're the skeptic. You gave me an hour-long lecture on homeopathy last month. What was it? If there's no proof, it's pure bullshit. Period.
Guess the laugh's on me then.
Al, come on! I mean, okay. Okay, maybe something weird happened to you, okay?
Well, thanks for the heartfelt vote of confidence.
Just checking.
All I'm saying is you gotta throw me a bone here, bestseller. What would you think if it was me? There's no way you should be going out at midnight with a gun.
No one asked you to come here, Barry. Either work with me on this or go straight back to New York. Your choice.
You went from New York to Washington. Very distant. For a vacation.
Al? We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her. This is not a goddamn debate, Barry. I'm going
Bless
to
you.
Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay then. I understand. You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help, and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
Bless you. Bless you.
Just be careful with the natives, Al. These yokels are dangerous. Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be deliverance all over again.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Make sure to keep the light on. As I say that, I turn off the lights. That's the door that wants me to go through. Is there no bed? I just now realized there's like no beds.
Oh, this place is trying to kill me.
Besides Sisu.
I'll bet there's mold in here, spores, poison ivy, God knows what. This is so not worth a 15% commission.
Okay, see you. Okay, so that's where it wants me to go, so we're going to check the behind the building. Ooh, a hot tub. What, no time to take a bath?
I'll wait here, Al. I'll hold down the fort.
I only got pissed. Okay. Good luck. Well, why am I telling him good luck?
Barry had never gotten along with Alice, but he knew Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity. And now something had happened to Alice. And here was Al armed with a gun and saying things people got put in padded cells for. It was as if his friend had experienced a massive psychotic episode and was now totally disconnected from reality. It scared the shit out of Barry.
Oof.
I knew I should have gone to the cops. This wasn't the smartest thing I'd ever done, but I was still angry with Barry for trying to talk me out of it. These people had called me right in the sheriff's station. The cops wouldn't scare them, and they had Alice.
There's a lot of birds over there.
Welcome back to the show, folks. As promised, our very own Dr. Nelson has just parked his rear end in the studio. Doc, what's your Deerfest plan like?
My plan? You make it sound a lot more organized than I ever seem to manage.
Ain't creepy at all.
No plan, really. Just taking the atmosphere. I'm getting a little too rickety to do much more than that, you know.
Oh, tell me about it. No sack race for us older gentlemen, huh?
Yes, exactly, Pat. But I'm going to check out the parade, of course. And I'll be one of the
The head guy right outside the window.
Well, that takes a different kind of constitution.
Oh, yeah. It's my kind of exercise.
Now, Doc, seriously, you're in pretty good shape, though. You're the outdoors type. I know for a fact you're an avid fisherman.
That's right. Matter of fact, just caught a heck of a largemouth bass early this morning.
But you're not taking part in the fishing contest?
No, not this year. See, Pat, I'm just not that competitive anymore. Now I just like to take my time and enjoy the peace of it. It's no fun if I need to worry about what I'm catching, you know?
Considering your track record, the participants are probably pretty happy you feel that way.
Well, that's kind of you to say.
Jeez. I like how the guy. I was hoping I could use that as a shortcut, oh well.
civilization. But some crimes are impossible to punish, especially in Night Springs.
Oh.
Tonight's episode,
The Man in the Mirror?
The Man in the Mirror.
He's inside, Agent. He's a weird one.
So, you're confessing to killing that guy, huh? Why?
Had it coming?
Yeah, but why would you do that? I mean, you're a nice guy. Normal. Took a kid to a soccer game. So how come at the game, you pick a guy and, quoting from the arresting officer's report here, assault the victim's head area repeatedly with the weapon of choice being a pair of bare fists? Wow, that sentence really flows, huh? Maybe you're not the literary type. Okay, so you mess him up. But why? Who was that guy? We couldn't ID him. Why would a guy like you do him like that?
I didn't like his face?
Well, you must have hated it, because you really went to town there. I mean, there's no way to tell what he looked like. No ID on him either.
That must be difficult.
But then we ran the fingerprints. Got a match. Your prints. Identical.
Huh, how about that?
Your son said you were wearing a white shirt when you took him to the game. The white shirt is on the dead guy.
It's plenty red now.
You won't get away with this.
Do you really think that's in any way relevant to me? I had plenty of time to talk to my boy before the cops arrived, you know? He won't stop screaming, am I right? You think he's ever gonna be okay? I left my mark. Believe me.
You bastard.
What? You gonna shoot me? What's the point? I'm going to prison. You got me.
I don't understand any of this.
And you never will. Don't worry. Maybe you'll see me again, Agent. Maybe in the mirror.
These are always some creepy, cool story. Okay. Oh yeah, manuscript.
The air in the visitor center was heavy with an awful smell, as if some rotten drowned thing had crawled up from its grave. Rusty kept coughing blood. My eyes were drawn to the twisted shape of his broken leg. The attack had been vicious. Max whined in his cage. Rusty's eyes were wild with fear and terror. He gasped. "Mr. Wake, it happened just the way it was on that page."
Which means he read the page and knew what happened. Dude, why do I have so many notifications on Discord? I'm trying to clear all these annoying notifications.
The vision left me weak. This was no head injury.
Rusty, hang on! I'm coming! Please, help me! Anybody? Help me! Help me!
Poor Rusty.
The ranger's office was locked. I'd need a key to get in. The gate to Lover's Peak was locked.
I need a key to get in. Oh yeah, just get.
The visitor center was sturdy, but the impact turned the front of the building into splinters. Rusty was thrown across the lobby like a rag doll and hit the far wall hard. It didn't hurt until he tried to move and saw his leg bend the wrong way, felt the broken rib stabbing him on the inside. Rusty howled in pain and fear, suddenly afraid to die alone.
Oof. Coming, Rusty.
Hello? Back here. I'm back here. Hey, please help me. Mr. Wake?
Yes.
Oh, hell. It happened just the way it was on that page. I found. Came true. It knew. So dark. It'll come back for me. You must... The lights. In the office. I have the key.
Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back. Whatever did this couldn't be far. Rusty had found a page from the manuscript. It would help me understand what had happened.
Can't use that on him. Darn.
The only way to make sure that Rusty was safe was to get the power running and the lights back on. At the last instant, I changed direction and threw myself down. The axe splintered the trunk of a tree. I stumbled into the pool of bright light. My lungs burned. I was too exhausted to move. I tensed as I waited for the killing blow, but it never came. I raised my head. Nothing moved in the darkness beyond. For the moment, bathed in the cold light, I was safe.
Yeah.
Too late. Someone had destroyed the circuit breaker. There was no way to get the lights back on.
Rusty!
The ground was covered with building branches, deep darkness.
There's me collecting my senses.
Rusty's dead. Or worse, turned.
Something had torn a mammoth-sized hole in the wall.
Please don't feed the animals.
Dog's missing.
For those purchase of park license. Rusty, no! Never! 2 bears and wolves never approached any other closer than 25 yards.
Poor Rusty. I'm so sorry, Rusty. What's this treatment? You disobeyed the park ranger's instructions. Ow. Yep, reloaded. Shut up, man. Saved.
What the hell was that? I saw from the window. I saw something.
Forget about it, Barry. It's just me going crazy.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. You're not crazy. I wish you were crazy, but you're not crazy. Ow, be careful.
Stay in the cabin. Don't open the door for anyone. I mean it.
Not even me. Mainly because of my spoiler alert.
In that last instant of consciousness, Rusty thought about Rose. He was older than she was. Rose was barely out of her teens, but she made him feel young and forget what a train wreck his long-dead marriage had been. He still wore the ring. He'd been waiting for her to tell him to take it off. Now she never would.
Poor Rusty. Alright, so that's where I want to go. It's Lover's Peak over there, so we're going to check over here. Wait. That's probably the path that we're going to have to go. I'm going to check this area. Oh wait, did I just completely loop around? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I got myself in a circle. Yeah, that's where I need to go. I constantly get myself lost in this game. And the worst part is I played the original game back when we streamed it, but it didn't have everything playable because PC version didn't include the DLCs.
Lover's Peak was at the far end of the nature
as playable for some weird reason. Right here. So yeah, I might as well collect the free loot. Yep. Let's see if this the sites. Upward. I don't know what that weird noise was. Dude, I love this game more than I should. It's such a good game. We're supposed to get a second one soon. Well, technically we already had a second one. It's more of a third, and then I can't be bothered. Alright, I got this. Check if there's anything in there. Alright, nothing over there. Did I already filled this? I did not, okay. Okay. Liver Peak's that way, but I'm going this way. Always go the opposite directions. Yes, the game is mostly linear. Very straightforward, linear. But there's hidden stuff if you go the opposite direction. Or stuff that really gives you more story. That'll help. Of course. I'm in the fog, which means enemies are going to spawn. There's still more. Alright, the great old one. I was gonna read that, let's see. Felled by lightning in 1937. Woo! Yep. Build those up. Ow. That really hurt.
I turned the corner, afraid of what the flashlight's beam might reveal. Suddenly, a roughly painted symbol of a torch glowed in the light. Behind it, hidden by a rock, sat a battered metal trunk. It was here for a reason. Packed with supplies, batteries, flares, ammo. Things you need to make it through the darkness of the night. Something left behind by someone who knew what I knew, and more.
Yes. Yes. I don't know why I say it so mentally. Oh, yes. Yep. I love this game still. With all of its weird flaws. Guys, I'm not over there. I must have hit the area that spawns them in. Got him. It's kind of funny that the whole premise of this game is we're trapped in a nightmare caused by a cursed typewriter. That's where it wants me to go, so let's go this way. Let's see what's over here. Yeah, the cursed typewriter is the whole cause of it. Control, that's a book written by Lake to basically take care of his family, if I remember correctly, by plotline. So that's where they want me to go. So, let's go check what's over here. Dates from the Oregon Trail. The ring was cut from the started growing in 1950. The year after Nova Washington Territory was formed in 1954. Buffalo Springs. Huh. The tree was felled by a storm. It survived a lot of scenes. Before it made into that. Not shocker that survived well.
Agent Nightingale didn't want to be in Bright Falls. These little communities revolted him, and he didn't like the trees or the coffee. He now knew that impossible horrors lurked behind the storefronts and smiles. He desperately wanted to turn the car around and just drive until he passed out or ran out of road and booze. But he had a job to do. He had a rider to catch, at any cost.
I didn't even know this game was on Nintendo Switch. Wow. Probably my favorite part about this game, by the way, is that it's connected to things that make no sense in the end, but it's cool. Alan Wake is connected to... Oh fuck, it's this stupid mission. If I remember correctly, we got birds attacking me, so I had to shoot and my... Come on. Oh, I just had to walk in. If I remember correctly, birds try to attack me. I think they do actually knock me down there. I remember, it's been a bit. Was it birds? Yeah, birds. Ow. 1, 2, 3. There's 3 of them. And my flashlight's nowhere to be found. Shoots a flare.
Come on, we gotta get moving. More of them coming. That flashlight's kid stuff. The flares will keep the bastards away.
You can see them too?
Hell, of course I see them. Come on, we gotta move.
Why?
Because that's the way the story goes.
Yeah, but...
Let's move!
I lost my gun back there.
Oh, I've got a gun. Just keep that light steady on him.
It took a moment, but then I recognized him. He'd been on the ferry when I first arrived here with Alice. He knew my name. We were headed in the direction of Lover's Peak. There was no way this was a coincidence. He was the kidnapper.
Come on, Wake. You better keep up.
Yeah, I need that better flashlight.
Monster!
Away. He actually did warn us at like the start that he was going to that something was going to happen. Man, why are you the shittiest shot? Hit them! Just shoot them! Yeah.
Right up these stairs, Wake. Use the flares from the emergency box to hold them off while I get these boards off.
Give me the gun.
Yeah, no can do, Wake.
Are you kidding? Give me the gun!
No time for back talk.
You're not being attacked, what do you mean?
Just a little longer, I almost got it. Okay, it's open. Move it or lose it.
Okay, we're going.
safe. Better get
No.
ready. They'll be on us soon.
Dude, why are you such a dick? Also, why did you want me to go to Lover's Peak of all places?
This is it, Wake. The last stand. There's more players here. Get ready. We fight them as long as they keep coming. Give me the goddamn gun! They're coming! That's not how this goes. Get with the program, Wake. Stop moving! What I got for you!
Why do you focus on the big guy? Hey, these guys. Fucking my guy, he's so dumb. Why is he so dumb?
Stand. There's more players here. Get ready. We fight them as long as they keep coming.
Well, maybe you should get.
Damn gun! They're coming. That's not how this goes. Get with the program, Wade.
You need to get better at shooting, then, dumbass. Kill them, dumbass. Dude, how are you missing? There you go. Take him. Get better at shooting, maybe. You know. There you go. Okay. Either these guys are dumbasses or they're really dumb. Okay, now what?
Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
I knew you were going to say that. I read it all before. You're a hell of a writer. Congratulations. You're going to bring about something glorious and terrible once we get you some proper editorial control.
What the hell are you talking about? Where's Alice?
I want the entire manuscript. or she's gonna suffer bad.
You touch her and I'll...
He's gone.
You're gonna give me the manuscript or you'll be sorry! No! Come back here! I swear I'll kill you if you hurt Alice! Do you hear me? Come back here!
He had Alice, and he wanted the manuscript because he thought it held some magical power. But I had no manuscript to give him. I had to get back to Barry and figure out my next move.
Okay.
On more than one occasion, Alice had tried to explain to me how it felt to be afraid of the dark. To her, darkness wasn't simply the absence of light, but something more tangible than that. It was something you could touch and feel. Worse than that, it was something with a mind of its own, something malicious and malign. For her, things changed when they were wrapped in darkness. They turned into something else, something foreign, and nothing was safe or innocent anymore. I'd never really understood what she meant, until now.
Take control. Sorry, I'm just so you. I enjoyed that song. This Control is technically a sequel to this game. That doesn't look like it at first.
What the hell?
Rusty warned me about these traps. It hurt like hell. I was stuck.
They're actually very much visible. Luckily. It's everywhere. Why did they place bear traps all around? Okay, got the ammo. I'm about to sneeze. No. Checkpoint, nice. There you go. I'm gonna be attacked soon. Predict it. That was a kind of a waste. That was a panic click. Saved. They still exist over there, by the looks. See? Ah!
The night had been one desperate situation after another. I was exhausted, and my body felt as though it had been chewed up and spat out. The flashlight was heavy in my head, and each pull of the trigger sent a painful shock up my arm. But I was finally out of the woods, and things were looking up. That's when I heard the chainsaw.
Ooh. There you go.
I had heard the plane fall. It made no sense. It was clear that it had just fallen here, but it was very old and obviously hadn't flown in decades. Looking at it sent a shiver down my spine.
Okay. Pretty sure there was supposed to be something over here, or else I'm blind. So let's get up there. Oh well. Finally, some thing useful. Did it again. Oh, I love these checkpoints. Ow. There you go. How about I shoot this? Worth a try. Oh, that's Warmo. I like how these flashlight. His flashlight tactically doesn't need batteries. Oh. Well, there's no going back now. Is that where I need to go? Yeah, that's what. Ow! There you go.
Nobody in Bright Falls seemed to know where Al was, but Rose, the waitress at the diner, had seen him. From what Barry could tell, Al pretty much fell off the face of the earth when he left the diner. Rose was just the kind of fan that Al hated, but she really tried to help. She was smart, too. Knew a lot about what was going on in the town. Knew a lot about Al. Even knew who Barry was. Barry liked her. That was no big surprise. When it came to women, Barry and Al rarely saw eye to eye.
Oof.
The logging site was a mess. The modular office had been pushed off the cliff. Deputy Thornton climbed up from the wreckage excited, breathing hard from the exertion. Nobody there. It's weird. Don't you think that's weird? Bored, Mulligan let out a mighty snort. Hell, it's always weird, Thornton. Just a question of sorting out what kind of weird it is this time around.
Okay, I clicked the jumps a little too late. That was my fault. But I did again. I killed myself. And that's just embarrassing, honestly. I'm not sure if I have to repick it up, that's why I'm checking. No, I don't. Oh wait, the fuck? Not what I was expecting. I'm so going to grab it. What the fuck, where? Made it. Barry in Elderfield.
Barry saw the
I mean,
darkness
Wood.
attack the visitor center. It made him a believer. The men Al said he'd shot, they hadn't been just locals on crank. Somehow the world had changed. Like the channel had been switched without warning. You think you're watching a sitcom, and you're really watching a horror show. When the birds started attacking the cabin, Barry wasn't surprised, just terrified.
Rip. Row. Sorry, I'm crunching like incredibly loud because I was in the mood for munchies. I feel like that thing's gonna break and fall in.
Shadows stirred and the wind picked up as I ran through the forest. I felt the dark presence turning its gaze toward me. Then the moonlight was blotted out by dark shadows that raced violently across the ground, moving too swiftly to be natural. Darkness gathered between the trees and melted again to reveal the Taken. No natural path had brought them here.
Rip. What I deem interesting is the complete random guy that helped that kidnapper somehow is still alive. They took his gun, by the way. And that didn't kill him. I played this so many times and never thought that was weird until now. He didn't even have a flashlight or any flares on him. But they implied that it felt like he survived. I'm not sure if he did. I love how they pre-written a lot of the story, pre-planned. Like Control was, we only knew it was going to happen eventually. The game Control, because in the one that the Alan Wake game that didn't do well for some reason. Ow. That hurt quite a lot. Not seeing anything over here. Yeah, that was probably where they wanted me to do that fight, but because well, you could play this game however you like situation.
Barry?
Ow! The porch is covered with birds. They've got all Hitchcock on me.
Stay out of sight. I'm on my way. Don't open the door.
What, am I crazy?
Stay hidden. I'll be there soon. Just make sure you keep the lights on. I still had to reach Barry at the cabin, but at least I was out of the woods.
Yeah, that does help. We're out of the woods. Ooh, a car.
I'd have to get the car from the locked garage. It would get me back to Barry faster, and the headlights were a welcome bonus. The FBI agent's command froze me in place. I considered surrender. It was all falling apart anyway. I could give in, let someone else deal with it. But it felt all wrong. Call it instinct, his posture, the way he held the gun. He was no friend. Shots ringing in my ears, I leaped for the hole in the fence and stumbled into the darkness beyond.
Oof. I love the fact that it tactically tells you what's going to happen before you do it.
A story is not a machine that does what you tell it. A story is a beast with a life of its own. You can create it, shape it, but as the story grows, it starts wanting things of its own. Change one thing and you set off a chain reaction of events that spreads through the whole thing. The characters have to be true to themselves. The events need to follow a logic that fits the story. A single flaw and the magic is gone. The story dies. Alice dies.
Oh, it's completely short for. I never noticed that. I never noticed that, but it short circuits the computer. I mean, the TV. Is this the driving portion? I forget. Sometimes. Let's see. Is this when I drive? Okay, yeah, it is. It's like you could technically just run around, but honestly, it's more effective if you drive. But the driving portion happened later on, not this early. I know it wants me to go over there, but I'll check. I have to see what's down here. This looks like a furnace. I mean. Is that a manuscript? That's a manuscript. Of course. That sucks. Yeah, made it. Got the manuscript. What is the manuscript? Wake's Fear. We're missing like 3 of them for this level?
There was no misunderstanding.
I mean, despair.
Cauldron Lake was where Alice and I had stayed, but there was no cabin and no island. I was missing a week. What had happened to me? What had happened to Alice? I had to get her back. I couldn't face life without her.
I'm being forced on foot. Fun.
The flare gun was probably the best weapon I could imagine against the dark things I was facing.
I missed one?
It was the kidnapper.
You son of a bitch! Where's my wife?
Enough horseplay, Wake. You deliver the manuscript, and you can have your woman back. Simple as that.
I don't... Listen. I'm gonna need time to finish it. I still need to write the ending. I need a week.
It's not done?
I need a week.
2 days. The old Bright Falls coal mine is nearby. You can find it easy, city boy. The main building, there at noon. You bring the manuscript, you'll get your wife. Not, well, get me?
Yes, I get you.
Holy birds.
Barry had talked about birds over the phone.
Ah, birds. Get away from me, birds. Okay. A lot more birds left. Dude, they're all attacked at the same time.
Barry, you can open the door now. They're gone.
Surprisingly.
Hey, Al. I'm sorry for thinking you were having a psychotic episode, man.
Thank you, Barry.
I sent Barry to the town to ask around about a man fitting the kidnapper's description. He'd go through the archives of the local paper. Perhaps he could learn something. Anything about the island and the cabin that had disappeared. The man wanted a manuscript. I had to try to write him one to get Alice back. For me, the supernatural had always been nothing but a metaphor for the human psyche, a tool to use in writing fiction. Now, it was happening for real, and I couldn't put a single word on paper.
Barry Wheeler speaking.
This is Rose.
Rose?
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Oh, you sweet, brilliant girl.
Could you and Mr. Wake come get them? I live in the trailer park outside the town.
We'll be there in less than an hour.
Bye now.
See you soon.
Have a great day. Hope you come back soon. Welcome to the old dear diner.
Good girl.
Ba-ba-ba-ba. Chapter 2 complete. The later chapters are much shorter. There's 6 chapters if I remember correctly. 6 or 7. The dreams need.
Previously on Alan Wake, Alice has been kidnapped.
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
I can't tell anyone except my agent Barry.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her. You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head.
The ransom is a manuscript I supposedly wrote that's coming true before my eyes.
It happened just the way it was on that page. So dark.
I have found only a few scattered pages.
I want the entire manuscript.
The deadline is in 2 days.
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Good girl.
How the hell did she get her hands on the manuscript anyway?
I don't know. She's resourceful. I told you you were too hard on her. Listen, I found out all sorts of interesting stuff while I was digging around.
Yeah.
Mr. Wake, it's Sheriff Breaker. We have an FBI agent here, Agent Nightingale.
FBI?
He's anxious to see you. You'd better come to the station.
Okay, I'll be right over, Sheriff. Let's make this quick, huh?
Help you folks? Name's Randolph. I'm the manager.
Okay. Rose works as a waitress down at the diner.
Rose, sure. Nice girl. Who wants to know?
I'm Alan Wake.
The writer, huh? I heard on the radio you were visiting. Well, I'll show you her trailer. That Rose, she's a nice girl. Always pays her rent on time.
As I was saying, Al, I found all sorts of weird stuff from the local newspaper's archives. This place is crazy. Disappearances, mysterious deaths, urban legends come true, and get this, most of this stuff takes place around Cauldron Lake.
Well, you ain't wrong, mister. The Indians thought the lake was a doorway to the underworld. I'm the God-fearing type myself. I don't hold with that sort of thing.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, there was an island there owned by a guy called Thomas Zane. Now, some of the articles I found about him make him out to be a famous writer, but I ran a bunch of searches, couldn't find a single thing he wrote. Zane was heavily into diving, so much so that the place came to be called Diver's Isle. But the volcano under the lake erupted in 1970, and Zane went down with the island.
Oh yeah, I forgot he has a limp. Also, why were we talking about Thomas Zane?
Yeah, how about that? It was there in the morning, as if it had fallen from the sky. But it would take a tornado to lift something like that. We're damn lucky it didn't crush any of the trailers.
Yeah.
Come on, mister. I'll take you to Rose's trailer.
Yeah, I'm here. Is this Rose's? Dude, his poor limp.
It gets better. A local girl, Barbara Jagger, drowned in Cauldron Lake just a week earlier. They were lovers.
Sure, Jagger's a local spook store. The Scratching Hag. Comes for you in the dark. Childish stuff.
Anyway, Al, I'm just getting to the best part. All of the articles about this stuff were written by Cynthia Weaver. I asked around, and she's that crazy bag lady you met.
What, the lamp lady? She can be a little loopy, but she's not homeless or anything.
Yeah, anyway, she knew both Jagger and Zane before they both died, and she had some kind of a breakdown.
And guess what? Zane wrote himself as existence to save his loved ones, blah blah blah. The whole lore is bizarre, because that's what our main character ended up doing. us. And that's why he,
Well, mister,
in air
this
quotes,
here's Rose's
dies.
trailer. You mind me asking what you want with her?
We're just here to talk to her, pal.
Well, she did say she has the manuscript.
Welcome to... Oh dear, Mr. Wake. I'm so glad you're here.
Rose, you have my manuscript?
Oh. Oh, yes. Yes. Please, come in.
Hey, this is really good.
Thank you.
Rose,
Yes,
my manuscript. I really need it.
I understand. I know what you need. A muse to inspire you.
Oh, for Barry? She doesn't have anything.
Yeah, hey, Al, what's... Oh...
Barry! What? What?
It's coming for you, hiding in my barber's skin. I'm too weak to stop it. You must turn the lights on.
I promised I'd come visit you and your lovely wife. You must finish what you started. I insist.
You must turn the lights on. Turn the light on.
Back to work, boy.
I felt nauseous, hungover. Only anger kept me going.
I can't tell reality from dream anymore, but it seems I have an imaginary editor to help me.
Oh no.
She's an old woman in a funeral dress. I call her Barbara Jagger. She's very strict. I'm writing faster and faster. My manuscript is being heavily revised. The edits are getting very aggressive, and each day there's less of me and more of her. I hate it, but I know she's right. She promises me I can save Alice this way. She knows more of this than I do. About the complex incantation I'm attempting. About this place. She's worked with another writer under similar circumstances, Thomas Zane. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I'm getting close. I can feel it.
Chapter 3. The Ransom. Episode 3. Why do I keep on calling it chapter?
Rose took a day from me. I had less than 12 hours left to meet the kidnapper. All I could do was get Barry into the car, work something out once I got on the road.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner. What can I get you today? Coffee?
I couldn't work up much hate for Rose. Something had used her to get to me and left its mark.
First refill is free. Milk and sugar on the counter there. Would you like to hear today's specials? Thank you. A nice day. Come back soon.
Is she okay? Rose, wake up? She won't wake up. Okay. Oh, look, a manuscript.
Gun and flashlight were gone. I'd have to find a way to get Barry into the car as quickly as possible. There was no time to waste. Mr. Randolph liked Rose. That little smile she had. How she was still sweet when life had tried so hard to make her bitter. It wasn't any of his business what she did in her trailer. But those strangers, the writer and his smart-ass sidekick, looked like trouble. And they'd been in there for hours, way past her normal bedtime. He reached for the phone and called the sheriff's station.
E. Ugh. Get to the car.
I just stepped outside to catch a breath of fresh air. Let me tell you, the weather's getting heavy. Nights like this make me especially glad I'm here talking to you and not home in bed. Once the weather takes a turn like this, I can't sleep at all. It's all tangled bed sheets and dark thoughts, punctuated by the occasional plunge into nightmare. Is it just me? Well, perhaps it is. But I hope I can make the night a little bit easier to get through. Caller, you're on KBF FM.
Hey, hi, it's Walt Snyder.
What's on your mind, Walt?
Well, I am the way you are, but, well, I can't sleep either, you know? I just been staring out the window here, trying to make sense of it all, but, I ain't been drinking either, you know? I just...
Well, you sound like a man with a problem, Walt.
I had a, argument with Danny, and, then I got in trouble with the law, and, I'm just, well...
I heard something like that, Walt.
Yeah, well, he's, Danny's my best friend, and, he let me out on bail today, and now I'm just alone here at the window, waiting, man, and there's something in the air tonight, man.
I was just outside looking up at the sky above our broadcast tower thinking the same thing. What are you waiting for, Walt?
I don't know. Something's gonna happen. I think I better go.
Well, Walt, maybe...
No, thanks, Pat.
Well, good luck to you, Walt. Hang in there. Let's take a little break, folks. This weather's really something else, huh?
How can I be sure?
Okay.
Oh, you're gonna get it now. God knows what you've done to that poor girl.
This is Agent Nightingale, FBI! Get him up, Hemingway! You're under arrest! You move a muscle, I'll unload right in your goddamn face! Stay right where you are, Spillane!
Why would they open firing like instantly?
What are? I'm standing right here, you goddamn maniac!
They started shooting like instantly.
I hated to leave Barry behind, but there was no way I'd miss my appointment with the kidnapper.
There he goes! Okay, man. Keep your eyes peeled. He's gonna try to make it through here.
Oh, damn.
That sucks for me. It really needs to not open fire. Oh yes, let's shoot first, ask questions later. I don't even have a gun.
For decades, the darkness that wore Barbara Jagger's skin slept fitfully in the dark place that was its home and prison. It was hungry and in pain. It dreamed of its nights of glory when the poet's writing had called it from the depths and given it a brief, terrible taste of power and freedom. The rock stars had stirred it from the deep sleep the poet had sunk it back to in the end. When it sensed the writer on the ferry, it opened its eyes.
Okay. I'll probably be ending when I can find the checkpoint. It's getting late. Oh, fuck. Done. I'm to what?
Rose didn't know how the strange old lady got in her trailer, and she looked wrong somehow. The woman showed her teeth in an approximation of a smile and traced a finger down Rose's cheek. "Pretty girl," she said. Rose felt as if she was falling asleep, but her knees didn't buckle. The crone spoke in a whisper, her words ice cold and dark in Rose's ear.
Ugh. Yeah. Sleepy. Alright, there's a checkpoint right here. Yep. I'm about to end now. Actually, let's make sure it's been through. There you go. Thank you guys for coming on by. I'll be seeing you guys next time. Not sure how much next, but I'm gonna go head to sleep. Bye bye.